Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible? Hello, dear students. Yeah, this is on. Uh, is my voice coming to you? Please reply. Good morning. Good morning, Anu. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Sayed. Okay, very good. Very good. So let us start then. If my voice is clear. Yes, M for NEET 24. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Okay. So weather is very nice nowadays, okay, and it's helping us to study. Uh, I always write aim NEET 24 on my first slide. Why do I write this? Because we should always remind us why we have started. Hi everyone, Suma hi. Okay, so why we have started? We want to become a doctor. And if we remind ourselves on every day that I want to become a doctor, I will be a doctor, I will work for it, and I will pay attention to every detail, and I will make sure that I will be a doctor. That's why I'm writing every day that what is our aim. Okay. So our aim is to become a good doctor. And for that, we will crack the NEET 24 with very good marks. Okay. So every day, remind yourself why you have started, and then you will like a stallion who is just watching his target. Be like Arjun. Just watch your target. Just watch that eye of the bird. Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. Someone is asking me something. No. All teachers not teaching the same thing. The physics is now divided in 3 different parts, and I am taking the third track of the physics. So I am starting. In previous class, I have covered coordinate geometry. Okay, and now, yeah, today's my lecture will be graph. Today I will start graph. Okay. So in the previous class, now let us start our syllabus. Okay. So in the previous classes, I have covered some basic geometry. I have covered the properties of different triangles, and I have covered the property of circle, etc. Some basic geometry was covered. After that, I have started coordinate geometry. What is the meaning of coordinate geometry? It helps us to define the positions. If I want to specify any position, I will take some reference axes like x and y axis. For a plane point, if I want to specify position of any point on this board, on plane of this board, I will take a reference of our axes. Usually we take x and y axis as our reference axis, and if I want to locate any point, then I can locate the point using its x and y coordinate. If there is a point here, the x coordinate of the point gives me the distance of point from y axis. This is the x coordinate of the point, and the distance of point from the x axis is given by its y coordinate. If we know this x and y distances, we say the coordinate of the point is x comma y. So in first quadrant, the distances will be positive. It is a convention that we take x to be positive in this direction, y to be positive in this direction. Then in the second quadrant, y is positive, x is negative. Just like in trigonometry, you have taken this to be first quadrant. This is second, this is third, this is fourth. The sound is very, volume is low. Okay. Now is this coming? Sound is okay? Volume is okay? Other people, Chintu, is this okay? Yes. Okay. Very good. So I have covered some coordinate geometry in the previous classes. Okay. Yeah. That will be Swam Chandu. That will be discussed later on. Okay. Now focus on the coordinate geometry. Okay. Now, so any point on this plane can be assigned some coordinate. Any point will have some coordinate. Okay. If I have a point in this quadrant, suppose there is a point here, The perpendicular distance of this point is, let's say, 4 unit from y-axis, and let's say perpendicular distance from x-axis is -3. -3 means I am going in downward direction. So the coordinate of the point can be written as 4, -3. The x coordinate is the distance from y-axis. Y coordinate is the distance from x-axis. So any point on this plane have coordinates, or I may say x, y pair represent a point on this plane. X, y pair, any pair of x, y, 4, 3, or 5, 6, 5, or -8, 3. What are all these? These are just points on the plane, isn't it? Any pair of x, y represent a point on the plane. Is this understood? Yes, there may be many examples. -9, -3. These are just point on the plane. A value of x and the value of y represent a point on the coordinate plane. Is this understood? A value of x and a value of y represent a point on the plane. Is this understood? Yes. Okay, very good. Okay, so if we know this, now we can start graph. If we know this, now we can start graph. Okay. You all have read about function. You all have read about function. Function is just a dependency. If y is written as a function of x, it means the value of y is dependent on the value of x. It is the meaning of function. Okay. If I am writing y equal to f of x, what we read this? We read this as y equal a function of x. It means there is some relation between y and x, and that relation may be different in different cases. That relation may be different in different cases. So I am taking an example here. Let y, I will take a very simple example. Y is 2x plus 1. I am taking a very simple example of function that y is 2x plus 1. So here the relation in y and x is given to me. And what is the specialty of this equation? If you see, the power of y is 1 in this equation. The power of x is also 1 in this equation. There is a single term of y. There is a single term containing x. It may be multiplied with some number, and there is a constant term. So I have an equation in which the power of x and y is 1. Power of x and y is 1, and there is a constant term. Okay. So I have taken a simple example of relation in x and y. Why I am taking this simple example? I want to explain you what is graph. I want to make you understand what is graph. If I put some values of x in this equation, I will get some values of y, isn't it? If I put x in this equation, I will get some values of y. I will give you more example here. I will give you some values of x, and we will find out what is the corresponding value of y. I will give you some value of x, and we will find out what is the value of y. Okay. Can I put x to be 0? If x is 0, if I substitute x here 0, if I plug in the value of x to be 0, what value of y will I get? If I plug in x to 0, what value of y? Yes, all are giving me correct answer. The value of y is going to be 1. Just put x equal to 0 here. 0 into 2 will be 0. 0 plus 1 will be 1. So by putting the value of x to be 0, I am getting value of y as 1. Similarly, I can put some more values of x, and I will get corresponding values of y. Let's put x as -1. Let's substitute x to be -1. Let's substitute x to be -1. If I put x as -1, 2 into -1, this is going to be -2 plus 1. I will get -1. At x -1, y will be -1. At x -1, y will be -1. Very good. All are giving me correct answer. Okay. Now let us substitute one more value of x. X is 1. If I substitute x as 1, what y will I get? I am putting x as 1. Very good. All are giving me correct answer. If x is 1, 2 into 1 will be 2. 2 plus 1 will be 3. Yes. Very good. So in similar manner, I can put different values of x, and I will get corresponding values of y. I can also substitute one more value, x equal to 2. 2 to the 4 plus 1. I will get 5. So my intention was to tell you, if I put some value of x, I will get a y. X, y, x, y, x, y. And what a pair of x and y represent? What a pair of x and y represent? They represent a point in the coordinate plane, isn't it? All these are just points in the coordinate plane. This is a point, this is a point, this is a point, this is a point. All these are points in coordinate plane. Can you understand this? So whenever we have a function, if I put some values of x, I will get some value of y. If I put some x, I will get some y. See, this x and y represents points in coordinate plane. This x and y represent points in coordinate plane. Are you able to understand this? In any function, if I put some x, I will get y. And this x and y represent points. So if I try to plot this point, if I try to show this point in xy plane, okay, let us show these points in xy plane. I am taking x and y axis here. I am taking x and y axis here, and I will show these points in this plane. x0, y is 1. x0, y is 1. Okay, x is 0, y is 1. So let me show the point x0 and y1. If x is 0, I am on the y axis, so y is coming as 1. So this is the point. X is 0, y is 1, 0, 1. I am showing the first point 0, 1. Okay. And what was the second point? Minus 1, minus 1. Minus 1, minus 1. So x is minus 1, y is minus 1. X is minus 1, y is minus 1. So x minus 1, y minus 1. This point should be somewhere here. Minus 1, minus 1. Okay. In similar way, you can show the other points also. Let me show one more point. X is 1, y is 3. X is 1, y is 3. So if x is 1, y is coming as 1, 2, 3. So somewhere here I will get this point. Okay. So I have just drawn 3 points on this xy plane. But I can draw all of the points which I get for every x and every y. Now, if I draw all the points, will I get a line? See, these 3 points when joined together, aren't they creating a line? They can be joined by a curve. And in this special case, the curve is a straight line. In this special case, the curve is a straight line. Yes. Just this curve which connects the points given by the function. See, every function, if I put some value of x, I will get some value of y. A pair of x and y represent points. So for any function, I will get points in xy plane system. And if I connect the points, the curve I get, that is called graph. This is called graph. So this is graph of function. So graph is a curve in xy plane which passes or connects the points satisfied by given equation. So as an example, I have taken an equation. Y equal to 2x plus 1. For this equation, I am putting value of x and I am getting values of y. I am plotting the value of x and y and connecting the points. After connecting the points, I am getting a line here. In different function, I will get different kind of curve. It's not that I will always get a straight line. Okay. For that equation which I have taken as an example, for that I am getting a straight line. So in general, I may say a graph is nothing but a curve in xy plane which connects the points satisfied by the given equation. Whatever equation is there, if I put some x, I will get some y. Value of x and y will form points in xy plane. Connecting this point, I will get graph. Is meaning of graph clear? What is a graph? Graph is a curve in xy plane which is connecting the points which are satisfying the equation. If you have an equation, if you plug x, you will get y, you will get points. When these points are connected on xy plane, you get graph. Understood? Graph is a curve in xy plane. Graph is a curve in xy plane. So please give a line for the equation. I am getting an equation from a boy or girl. So the equation is a difficult equation. Okay, that equation is for parabola. That equation is of parabola. Okay, we will now remember different equations and their graph. Okay, first we were just understanding what is the meaning of graph. Do you understand the meaning of graph? Graph is just a curve in xy plane which is satisfied by the given equation. Every equation will have its special graph. Okay, different equation will have their different graphs. Different equation will have their different graphs. We just need to remember equation and their graph. Okay, we will not always just put the value of x and get the values of y to draw the graph. We will now just remember what are different equation and what is their graph. So now we will learn graphs of different equations. Graphs of different equations. We will not learn graph of all kind of equation. Only few equations are usually asked in NEET. So we will focus on those only. Okay? Graphs of few equation. So I will start first with straight line graph. Straight line graph. Straight line graph. Straight line graph. Straight line graph is created by equation of straight line. Equation of straight line. We need to remember what is the general equation of straight line. Every equation will have its corresponding graph. So we are first starting with the simplest graph, which is created by equation of straight line or straight line. What is the equation for straight line? We will learn that. The general equation of straight line is of the format y equal to mx plus c. This is general equation of straight line. This is general equation of straight line. This is general equation of straight line. Whenever we have an equation of this kind, what is the speciality of this equation? See, there is one power of y here is 1, power of x here is also 1, and there are some numbers multiplied here. Whenever you have equation in which there is a power of x1, power of y1, a single term of x is there, a single term of y is there, and there is a constant term. The power of x and y here is 1. This kind of equations is called straight line, equation of straight line, or sometimes they are called linear equation. Sometimes they are also called linear equation. Linear equation. Why do we call them linear equation? Because their graph is graph of straight line. Because they create a straight line in xy plane. These equations create a graph of straight line in xy plane. That's why they are called linear equation. Understood? What is a linear equation? Linear equation is an equation which gives us graph of straight line. What is the properties of linear equation? It has power of y to be 1, power of x to be 1, and there are constants. Okay, I will give you some examples of the equations of straight line. Examples. See, if I say y equal to 2x plus 1, the same is the example I have taken earlier. Here, power of y is 1, power of x is 1, and there is constant term. So this is equation of straight line. Example of equation of straight line. I can give an example like this: 4x plus 3y equal to 5. 4x plus 3y is equal to 5. If you observe properly, the power of y is 1, the power of x is 1, and there is constant term. There are some plus minus sign here, which doesn't matter for us. So this is again equation of straight line, because the power of x and y is 1 and there is some constant term. This is again a equation of straight line. Sometimes this constant may not be there. Sometimes this constant may not be there. When line passes through origin, the constant will not be there. So if I like if I write like this, y equal to 4x. Here the constant is 0. This c may be 0. It doesn't matter, c may be 0. So in this equation, this is again an equation of straight line. I can give you more example. 8y equal to x. 8y equal to x. This is again equation of straight line. Power of y is 1, power of x is 1. Powers are 1, linear equation. So this equation will give us straight line. I can give you more example. X by 4 plus y by 2 equal to 1. See here, power of x is 1, power of y is 1, and there are some constants. Okay, constant may come in denominator, constant may come in numerator. Constant doesn't matter. Only powers of x and y need to be observed. So all these are examples of equation of straight line. Do you understand what do I mean by equation of straight line? Whenever you have an equation in which power of y1, power of x is 1, and there are some constant in multiplication, that equation may be called equation of straight line. These all are examples of equation of straight line. Equation of straight line is also called linear equation. Equation of straight line is also called linear equation. So different equations have different graphs. We have learned, we have just learned only about one of the equation, that is equation of straight line. So all these are examples of equation of straight line. All of these equations can be written like this. We can rearrange the equation. We can rearrange this equation, this equation, this equation, this equation. We can rearrange these equations in this standard format. The standard format of linear equation or equation of straight line is y should have a multiplication number 1. The coefficient of y here should be 1. And in equality, there should be a term of x and there may be a constant term. In these cases, constant term is 0. So if I want to, first equation is in standard format. It is in standard format. The second equation, if I want to convert this, I can convert this into standard format. The second equation can be converted into second format, standard format. I can take this 4x on that side and divide this by 3. So if I take that 4x on that side, I will get 3y should equal to minus 4x plus 5. And in order to make multiplication of y1, I will divide the equation by 3. So this equation, if I divide this by 3, becomes y equal to minus 4 by 3x plus 5 by 3. Minus 4 by 3x plus 5 by 3. First equation can be converted into standard format. Coefficient of y here is 1 and there is a term of x containing some number plus a constant term. Second equation is already in standard format. Here the constant term is 0. Here the constant term is 0. Y equal to a number into x plus some constant number. That constant number here is 0. This third equation can be converted into standard format. We can divide this equation by 8. So equation will become y equal to 1 by 8 into x plus 0. Here 0 can be written. So I am converting these equations in standard format. Do you understand this? Is this clear? Every linear equation can be converted into this standard format. Is this point clear? Okay, Ramya. Very good. Very good. We can also convert this equation in standard format. This equation can be converted into standard format. Take this x by 4 on that side. So you will get y by 2 minus x by 4 plus 1. Y by 2 equal to minus x by 4 plus 1. I want 1 here. In the multiplication of y, I want 1. So I will multiply the equation by 2. Multiply the equation by 2 because I want coefficient of y to be 1. So multiply this by 2. I will get y as minus 2 by 4. So minus x by 2 plus 2. How I am getting this equation? I am multiplying all the term by 2. I cannot just multiply this term by 2. I need to multiply all by the same number. So y by 2 into 2 is y. minus x by 4 into 2 is minus x by 2, 1 into 2 is 2. So this is equation converted into standard format. So do you understand the standard equation of linear equation, standard equation of straight line? Okay, very good. Standard equation of straight line. So let us observe the standard equation of straight line and its graph. Okay. So we have learned till here that equation of straight line is of the format y equal to mx plus c. Y equal to mx plus c. Now we will understand what this m means and what this c means. What is the value of m and what is the meaning of c? We will understand meaning of m and c. Okay. If I draw the graph of this straight line, this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. If I draw a straight line here, it will cut y-axis at some point. If I draw a straight line, it will definitely cut y-axis. If I draw a straight line, it will definitely cut y-axis. If it is not parallel to y-axis, then it will definitely cut y-axis at some point. Okay. So when x is 0, see, we have learned that on y-axis, x is 0. If I put x to be 0, the value of y is c. The value of y is c. The value of y is c. So line will pass through a point 0, c. This distance is going to be c. This is the point where line cuts y-axis. This is the point where line cuts y-axis. If I put x to be 0, y equal to c, I am getting. If I am putting x as 0, y equal to c, I am getting. So line will pass through point 0, c. That's why this distance is called intercept on y-axis. This c is called intercept on y-axis. The c distance is called intercept on y-axis. Intercept. Intercept on y-axis. The c distance is called intercept. Yes. PK143LV is giving me correct things. Yes. C is called intercept on y-axis. Why it is called intercept on the y-axis? Because when the line passes, it is creating some section on the y-axis. Some portion on the y-axis is cutted by line. Okay. This length can be calculated or can be derived by observing C. C gives this intercept. How C gives the intercept? Put the x 0, then you are getting y as C. So line should pass from 0, c. Okay. And what this m tells me? M tells me, see, if I increase x from this, if I go in this direction, I am increasing x. If I go in this direction, I am increasing x. And if m is positive, y will also increase. Because if x is increased and m is positive, so y is also increasing. This m is giving me rate of change of y with respect to x. Okay, that's why it's giving me the slope of line. The slope of line. Okay, it's telling me whether line is going up or going down. So if this m is positive, line will go up. The equation of line, the graph of line will be like this, and it is going up or down. That is given by this m. That is given by this m. If I change y, if I change x, I will get some change in y, and change in y upon change in x. Change in y upon change in x. That is giving me m. So m gives me tan of angle of line with x-axis. If I change y, there is a change in x. So this angle theta, tan of that is change in y by change in x. By trigonometry, I know change in y by change in x, this height by this base, perpendicular by base, is tan theta. And by this equation, I may observe here, if I change x, y will change, and that ratio of change is m. This m is giving me tan theta. So this m is called a special name. We call m as slope. Slope. What is slope of line? Slope, if m is positive, line goes up. It means positive slope. If m is positive, we say slope is positive. Positive slope means line goes up. Line goes up. But if m is negative, slope is negative. So on increasing x, y will decrease, line goes down. And what is the value of m? M is tan theta, where theta is angle of line with parallel direction of x-axis. So I can see here this angle is also theta. This is the positive direction of x-axis. If you see, this is the positive direction of x-axis. So line is making some angle with positive direction of x-axis. Line is making some angle with positive direction of x-axis, and tan of that is called slope. If anyone asks me what is slope, slope is m, which is tan theta. Here theta is angle of line with positive direction of x-axis. Positive direction of x-axis. So line makes some angle with positive direction of x-axis. Tan of that angle is called slope. Slope is tan theta. Slope is tan theta. Value of m, if it is positive, line goes up. Value of m, if it is negative, line goes down. Is this clear? Do you now understand the meaning of slope and intercept? Slope gives how line is going. It is going up or going down. If m is positive, line goes up. If m is negative, line goes down. Okay. And what is the value of m? M can be deduced by angle here. If line makes some angle with x-axis with positive direction of x-axis. See, I am saying positive direction of x-axis. Okay. So this is the positive direction of x-axis. From positive direction of x-axis, line is making some angle here. Tan of this angle is slope. And line is cutting y-axis at some point. Line is cutting y-axis here. So this distance from origin to this point distance is called intercept. So every line has two properties, slope and intercept. And if we know what is the slope of line and what is the intercept, then we can draw the graph. Okay, now we will practice. Is this clear? Till this point, are you able to understand everything? Now we will practice this slope and intercept. Okay, a lot of students saying me, yes, sir. Okay, so let us practice the slope and intercept. Let us practice slope and intercept. Now we will try to draw some graphs of straight line. I will give you some example equations. Let's take y equal to x plus 1. For example, I am taking y equal to x plus 1. First, try to draw graph of this equation on your own. Try this on your own. Then I will give you the correct graph. Try this on your own. See, equation is equation of straight line. Every time an equation is given to us, we should see the powers of x and y in that equation. Power of x here is 1, power of y here is 1. There is no product of x and y term here. Y is separate, x is separate, and there is a constant term. So this is a standard equation of straight line. Yes. So the graph will be a straight line. Of course, I am giving you equation of straight line. So graph will be of straight line. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Graph will be straight line. I should draw a straight line here. I should draw a straight line here. But from which point on y-axis it will cut? From which point on y-axis it will cut? That is decided by this constant term here. When coefficient of y is 1, then the constant term here gives me the point on y-axis where it will cut. So this is cutting y-axis at 0, 1. Cutting y-axis at 0, 1. And what is the slope here? I am observing c is 1 in this equation. What is the slope in this equation? Slope in this equation, slope is coefficient of x. That is 1. That is 1. So it is positive or negative? Positive. It is positive. So if the slope is positive, line should go up. Slope is positive. So after the intercept, make your line going up like this. Okay. So if you trace it backward, it will create some angle here. If you trace the line backward, it will create some angle here. What will be tan of this angle? Tan of this angle. Tan of this angle is itself called slope. So what should be this angle? Do you know when tan theta is 1? For what theta tan is 1? It is for 45 degree. Yes. So I also know the angle of line with positive x-axis. It is 45 degree. So I am drawing this green color graph. This is the correct graph for this equation. Is this understood? Is this understood? Mahesh, very good. Yes, okay. So whenever we have this kind of equation, graph will be straight line. So let us take some more examples. I will take some more examples. In the first example, I have taken both slope and intercept to be positive. I will take 4 examples in which all the situation will be covered. Second example, minus y equal to x plus 1. Minus y equal to x plus 1. Try to draw graph for this equation. Minus y equal to x plus 1. Minus y equal to x plus 1. Try to draw graph for this equation. Minus y equal to x plus 1. Yes, Yogendra. Tirupati, sorry. Ramya, yes, very good. Shruti, ठीक है. Straight line, of course, I am giving you straight lines. The power of x is 1, the power of y is 1. There is a constant term. So this is the equation of straight line. This is the equation of straight line. First, you should convert the equation of straight line standard format. This is not in standard format. The coefficient of y here is minus 1. We should make coefficient of y to be plus 1 only. So convert this equation, multiply this with 1, minus 1. Multiply this with negative number. So you will get y equal to minus x minus 1. Now you can see the constant term is minus 1. So intercept will be minus 1 and the coefficient of x is negative 1. Coefficient of x is negative 1. So slope is negative. So now if I draw the graph of the line, what is the intercept here? Minus 1. It means line will cut y-axis at the point minus 1. The intercept tells me on which point line will cut. The intercept tells me on which point line will cut. So because intercept is minus 1, line will cut at a point 0, minus 1. Line will cut this point. Line should be from this point, either going up or going down. We should draw line from this point, either going up or going down. Okay. So going up or going down, it is decided by M. What is slope? Positive or negative? Negative. It means the line should go down. Slope negative means line should go down. So line should go down like this. Starting from here, I am making line go down. So this should be the line. So it is going down. Why? Because slope is negative. Understood? Is this clear? Yes, sir. Okay, very good. So I have again given an equation of straight line and we have tried to draw the graph of straight line. Okay. In this, both slope and intercept were negative. In the previous question, slope and intercept both were positive. So in the next question, I will give slope and intercept of opposite signs. So take next example, root 3y equal to x plus 3. Root 3y equal to x plus 3. Try to draw graph of this. Take this to be minus 3. Root 3y equal to x minus 3. How to find theta for the question? Just a second. In the previous question, listen carefully. Yes, I forgot to tell you about this angle. Here. So the slope is here negative. The slope is negative in this question. Slope is minus 1. So tan of theta is negative. Whenever there is a negative slope of line, the angle of line with positive x-axis, this will be obtuse. How this is obtuse? Because tan theta is negative. Tan theta is negative for obtuse angle. So in these cases, we can easily find this angle. Angle of line in negative direction, we can find that. How we can find that? This angle can be calculated with magnitude of slope. Magnitude of slope. What is the magnitude of slope here? 1. So if magnitude of slope is 1, so value of this angle should be 45. This is 45 and this will be 135. How I am calculating this angle to be 45? Because this angle, tan of this angle gives me magnitude of slope. When slope is negative, we can find out negative angle. Negative angle is going to be 45. Understood? So angle of line with positive direction of x-axis, angle of line with positive direction of x-axis. This is the positive direction of x-axis. If I go in this direction, I am going positive direction. So with this direction, angle of line is 135. We will always make angle with angle in anti-clockwise sense. Same rule of trigonometry is followed here. Measure angle in anti-clockwise direction. Is this understood? Angle of line here. Okay, Chintu is saying yes. Everyone? Yes. Okay, very good. So let's proceed to next question then. Next question. Root 3y equal to x minus 3. Root 3y equal to x minus 3. Try to draw graph of this equation. Root 3y equal to x minus 3. See, the equation has a power 1 here of y, power 1 of x. So this is equation of straight line. We need to convert this in standard format first. Standard format y equal to mx plus c. So I will divide this by root 3. I will get 1 by root 3x minus 3 by root 3. What is 3 by root 3? It is only root 3. So 1 by root 3x minus root 3. This is the equation. So the intercept on y-axis, the point where the line cuts the y-axis, intercept on y-axis is going to be minus root 3. So line should pass from 0, minus root 3. And slope here, the coefficient of x is positive. Slope here is 1 by root 3. So tan theta is 1 by root 3. It means theta should be 30 degree. Theta is 30 degree. M positive means line should go up. M positive means line should go up. So line should go up from this point. So here the angle is 30 degree. Angle of line with positive direction of x-axis. With positive direction of x-axis, angle of line is 30 degree. So intercept, after the interception point, I'm making line to go up. Why up? Because M is positive. Is this clear? Understood? From interception point, line is going up because slope is positive. If slope was negative, line should go down. Slope is positive, so line should go up. This is a different example then. Okay. Let's take one more example. One more example. Y equal to minus x plus 1. Y equal to minus x plus 1. Draw graph of this equation. Y equal to minus x plus 1. Y equal to minus x plus 1. What we are covering, we are learning graphs. So I have started with simple graph of straight line only. After straight line, we will cover different graphs more. Okay. So again, the equation is of straight line. Y equal to minus x plus 1. Here intercept on y-axis is plus 1. Slope, that is m, coefficient of x is minus 1. Okay. So it means line is cutting y-axis at point 0, 1 because C is 1. This point is 0, 1. If 1 is here, line will cut y-axis at point 1. And slope is negative. Slope negative means line goes down. From the intersection point, line should go down. So it will go down like this. You can trace it backward. It is making an obtuse angle with x-axis. It is making an obtuse angle with x-axis. This angle is obtuse. Here theta is greater than 90. How do we know that angle theta is greater than 90? Because slope is negative. Negative slope implies that theta greater than 90. What is theta here? Angle of line with positive direction of x-axis. It is measured in which sense? Anti-clockwise sense. Anti-clockwise direction. So we always measure angles in anti-clockwise direction in physics. So this angles become greater than 90. The slope is negative. How we can calculate this angle? This angle in negative direction, sorry, angle in clockwise direction. This is negative of slope. So negative of slope is 1. That means this angle will be 45. This is 45. So there, this angle should be 135. How do I know this angle is 45? Because tan of this angle gives me negative of slope, which is 1 here. Understood? Is the graph clear of straight line? Very good. Or you can also think that tan 135 is negative 1. Yes, okay. So we have covered different situations of straight line. See, if you observe the 4 questions I have given you, I have started with general equation of straight line. A general equation of straight line cuts y-axis at some distance and it goes up or down depending upon slope. Okay. So slope may have positive or negative value and intercept may have positive or negative value. So the first example, in the first example, slope was positive and m was positive. In the first example, both were positive. In the second example, both are negative. Both positive, both negative. We have covered that. In the third example, m is positive, slope is negative. M positive, slope negative. And in the fourth example, I have reversed it. Here C positive, M is negative. Okay, so I have taken all 4 examples of possible equations of straight line. Is this clear? And if they give you equation, you can draw the graph. Okay. Sometime they will give you the graph and try and ask you the equation. They will give you the graph and ask you the equation. Find equation for the given graph. So I am giving a graph here. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. The graph is like this. This point is 3, 0. This point is 0, 4. I am giving you graph. Now give me the equation. Now we are doing reverse thing. Okay. From graph, give me the equation. Find equation for the given graph. Try this question. We have learned by equation to draw the graph. Now, if graph is given, then I am asking you what is the equation. Write down the equation for this graph. Try this. All the information you need to write the equation is already there in the graph. You can find out the intercept easily. Intercept is clearly visible. Slope, a little bit of mind is used. Mind should be used to find slope. A little bit of mind should be used to find slope. Till now the answers are wrong. Tirupati, answer is wrong. Answers are wrong. Till now, all the answers I am getting are wrong. None of the answer is correct. No, Chintu, slope is negative here. Durga Prasad, Ramya, your answer might be correct. Let us check. Sham, wrong. Josna, it might be correct. Let us check. I think wrong. Josna, wrong. Satvik, yes, Satvik. Your answer is correct. Very good, Satvik. Only one correct answer till now, Satvik. Mahesh Vardhan, wrong. PK, wrong. Only Satvik's answer is correct till now. Pavani, wrong. Manisha, very good, Manisha. Second answer, Manisha, is wrong. Manisha is correct, sorry. Second answer is now correct from Manisha. Only 2 students have given me correct answer. So, in this question, graph is given to us. Yes, one more correct answer. Very good. Now I am getting more correct answer. Vijay, very good. This equation, graph is given to us. I need to find the equation. First, find out the intercept on y-axis. On which point line is cutting here? On which point line is cutting here? What this distance is called? This distance is called intercept. If the point is 0, C, line cuts y-axis at 0, C. So we can easily see C is 4 here. Intercept on y-axis is 4 here. Intercept on y-axis is 4 here. Okay. Intercept on y-axis is 4 here. And angle of line with positive x-axis. Angle of line with positive direction of x-axis. Tan of that is called slope. Tan of this angle is called slope. Can we find tan of this angle easily? No. But we can find tan of this angle easily. If I take this angle as alpha, which is nothing but 180 minus theta, tan of that can be calculated easily. Tan alpha here, this height is 4. 0, 4 means this height is 4. The point is 0, 4. 4 means y coordinate, 0 means x coordinate. So this height is 4. This point is 3, 0. So this distance is 3. So 3, 4. Tan of alpha here, tan alpha in front of angle, this is perpendicular. Along the angle, this is base. Tan alpha is 4/3. But I need this angle, tan of this angle. What is the relation between alpha and theta? Slope m is tan theta. But theta can be written as pi minus alpha. Isn't it? Theta can be written as pi minus alpha. Can you see? Theta can be written as pi minus alpha. Okay. So value of tan pi minus alpha is minus tan alpha. Trigonometry, you must have learned this. Value of tan pi minus alpha is minus tan alpha. Tan alpha is 4/3. So my slope m is now 4/3. I know the slope, I know the intercept. In order to write the equation of straight line, I just need 2 things, slope and intercept. Are you able to get this intercept and slope? Is this point clear? If C is known to you, if C is known, M is known, now you can draw the equation. You can write the equation. The equation should be, because the graph is straight line, so equation should be of straight line. Y equal to m into x plus c. The equation should be y equal to mx plus c. What is the m here? Minus 4/3. Just substitute the value of m and c. So y equal to minus 4/3x plus value of c here is 4. So correct answer should be y equal to minus 4/3x plus 4. They can give you this in some different format. They can multiply this with 3. Then the equation may become 3y equal to minus 4x plus 12. Then they can put this 4y here, 4x here. So equation may become 3y plus 4x equal to 12. This is also correct answer. I have just reformulated the equation here. So these both are correct answer. Okay, is this question understood now? Everything clear about this question? So in question, they have given me a graph, and by graph, I am calculating the equation. Okay, very good, very good. So let us proceed to some special cases. Some special cases of straight line. Sometimes the C is 0. We have only y equal to mx equation. Sometimes C is 0. We have only y equal to mx equation. This equation, the intercept is 0. C is 0. So it will pass through origin. It will pass through origin like this. If m is positive, it goes up. But if m is negative, it goes down. When the intercept C is 0, C is not there, the line will pass through origin. And for positive slope, line will go up. For negative slope, line will go down. In physics, there are many situations in which we get along this kind of equation. We get this kind of equation. Okay. For example, Charles' law, pressure is proportional to volume. In ideal gas, you know that gas pressure is proportional to its volume at constant temperature. This is wrong. Gas pressure is proportional to its temperature. Yes, this is Charles' law at constant volume. So if volume is constant, P proportional to T. Proportionality is there here. So the graph should be graph of straight line. Graph should be graph of straight line. The graph of P and T. This constant, maybe some number M. So that should be graph of straight line. Whenever you have proportionality in two physical quantity, the graph will be graph of straight line. Yes. Yes, PK, that is also correct. Whenever you have proportionality, graph is of straight line. Very good. In many situations in physics, you get proportionality. Okay? Is this clear? So whenever we have, what we have learned here? What we have learned here? Whenever we have this kind of equation, y equal to mx, this equation is passing from origin. If the C is 0, line passes through origin. If C is 0, line passes through origin. If C is 0, line passes through origin. Here C is 0 implies that line passes from origin. Understood? C0 means line passes through origin. Next, some special cases. Sometime they give us line parallel to x or y axis. Sometime they give us line parallel to x or y axis. See, this line is exactly parallel to x axis. Line parallel to x axis. Line parallel to x axis. Line parallel to x axis. When we have a line parallel to x axis, the value of y coordinate on each point will be same. Value of y coordinate on each point will be same. Value of y is constant here. So y equal to constant. This is equation of this kind of line. Y is constant. If that constant is positive, line will be up. If that constant is negative, line will be down. Line will be in negative side. So here y is constant. And if they give line parallel to y-axis, so here x is constant. Okay? This kind of line makes a 90-degree angle with x-axis. Here the angle with x-axis is 90. So slope, which is tan of angle with x-axis, becomes infinite or not defined. And in this case, slope is 0. Because line is parallel to x-axis. So it makes 0 angle with x-axis. Clear? Again, two special cases discussed here. Line parallel to x-axis has 0 slope. Line parallel to x-axis has 0 slope. Line parallel to x-axis has 0 slope. The equation is y equal to constant. And line parallel to y-axis. This is y, this is x. Line parallel to y-axis has equation x equal to constant. Here the value of x is constant and the slope is infinite or not defined. Okay, so we have discussed about two special cases here. Then before that we have discussed y equal to mx class. So today we have covered graph of straight line, standard equation of straight line. I have started graph today. Okay, And in graph, we are going to learn about some standard equations. So today's straight line equation is covered. Okay, in the next class, because time is over, so we'll discuss that in next class. In next class, we will cover some more examples of graph. Parabola graph will be covered, hyperbola will be covered, ellipse will be covered. After that, we will cover exponential graphs, trigonometric functions graph. So graphs of different kind of functions will be covered, and then functions will also be discussed. We'll also see which functions gives us parabola. We will learn about the equations also. Okay, so I hope everything is understood now, and in next class also we will cover graphs, and after that we will cover coordinate geometry, somewhat quadratic equation. Okay, so see you next class. Thank you all of you. Bye everyone. Thank you.